be some line drawn to respect when it comes to this game. Your close friends and family members, their women should be off limits. I shouldn't have to say this, but I have to say it. It's way too many women in the world to act snaky like this, and I'm always going to say that. It's way too many. And that should be enough incentive to not be a slime ball when it comes to these women, because you're destroying lifelong relationships for a relationship that may last a couple days or a couple weeks. People have to do the math. Me personally, my friends, I don't care how bad the woman is, to me she's disgusting, just because my mind doesn't work like that. I don't look at her like that. My family members, women, I don't look at them like that. It's certain rules I really live by, and I've lived by them forever. But I will say this, there was a rule growing up that if she wasn't your girlfriend, if she was somebody you was just dealing with, then she's open game. And for me, when I say open game is when you're done dealing with her. I'm not going ever, or I've never tried to get at a woman that was actively dealing with one of my boys, even if she was like that. That's just not how I move. But people, they front. A lot of guys, you front. You act like you don't like the girl and you be in love with the girl. That's how you guys end up with these crazy ratchet baby mamas, because you lying. You lying to your boys, you lying to them too. And you lying to yourself. You sitting there in front of us acting like you don't care about her, that she's just some little side shit, but you love her. That's why she's pregnant. She didn't trick you. You loved her. Okay? That's the reality. And I actually have a story from college about that. So in college, I had this roommate. He was a real swole dude. Swole LA dude, athlete. He had all the ladies too, right? So he had this fascination for Latin women. And he was a black guy, of course. And I remember he had this Latin chick, and she was just, she used to come over all the time. He was smashing them all the time, just smashing them, right? And would tell me, I'm just hitting that, blah, 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 whatever. So one day I'm in the cafeteria at school, and we in college. And then she approaches me, and at this point, he said they stopped talking weeks ago. So she approached me one day, was acting like she was trying to do something. So again, like I said, if she was nothing to you, then it's open game. So anyway, later that night, I get home and she's at the house. And she tells him whatever she tells him. So at that point, I seen that maybe she saw me as a loophole to get back in, which she did. Fine. I'm not tripping. I took the L. Now, I was dealing with multiple women, but I met this Puerto Rican woman with green eyes, and I introduced my roommate to him one day. Anyway, me and her, we used to just do our thing. Now, one day, because I showed him where she lived, one day, I guess he goes down there and he's talking to her and says whatever he says. I get a call from her and she's like, can you come down here? It's an emergency. So I head down there and she tells me your roommate came and was talking to me and was telling me you have all these girls and blah, 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 blah. And so, yeah, I gave him my number because I wanted to get more information, right? So I'm like, damn, this motherfucker really went on some shady shit. Like, I never mention another man to get what I want. So anyway, the girl, she was like, please forgive me, blah, 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 blah. She gave me a couple things to think about it. I accepted them. And when I went back home, I was like, I'm gonna go stay at my little other chick house for the night because I was irritated with this dude. I just was like, I don't do that to my boys. You get what I'm saying? Even though the girl wasn't nothing to me like that, I was still actively messing with her. You know what I mean? And she was cool. But anyway, I was like, let me just get some time to get my thoughts together, because I was hot. I just felt betrayed. Like, people may be like, well, the girl approached you that he used to mess with, but I'm like, I'm still actively messing with the chick, and whatever the case may be. So we end up getting into it over the situation, and I was trying to explain. We got cool. It was only like a conversation, and then we got cool again. But I was trying to explain to him that the way I was raised, when you act like a chick don't mean nothing to you, then it is what it is. You was acting like you didn't like her. And then when I said on my situation, I was like, I'm still messing with the chick. And I'm like, you think she not gonna tell me what's going on? You know what I mean? But I say all that to say that it should be a limit to how you do your thing. It should never be a situation where you do things that will degrade your character for a woman or for some sex. It should be limits. Leave your people's girls alone. So many people get killed behind simple things like this. And then what's crazy is men being killed over women that didn't even belong to them. It's men dying behind women that have no loyalty to them. It's far too many women to sit there and waste your time, waste your life. If the woman moves like that, think with your head. Why would you want to even involve yourself with that type of woman? Why would you want to even have that type of representation around you? The people we deal with are a reflection of us, right? And yeah, I know men, we look at it a little different where it's like it's just smashing, but still you kind of want to look at that too. Even if there's somebody you smashing, you should be able to at least have a conversation with her. Make sure you're having sex with somebody that's mentally stable. You know, so like I said, it's too many women out there to be backdooring your friends and sneaking on your brother's wife and all that. Draw the line somewhere. Deal with respectable women. Respect yourself, man. Because at the end of the day, if you're dealing with loose women, that takes away your value. If you're dealing with women that any man can get, that is taken away from your value. So at the end of the day, move smart, move with some type of morale, and remember, include God in every equation or you'll never solve the problem.